Almost every woman says that she wants a good man, yet many end up with the opposite. Why? In 50 Shades of Grey, the main character, Anastasia Steele, is hopelessly in love with Christian Grey, a textbook dangerous man. He is cold, manipulative, and abusive, yet the book is adored by women worldwide. The romance genre is filled with men who are dangerous, machiavellian, and unpleasant. Feminists describe this behavior as toxic masculinity, yet many women are clearly drawn to these characteristics in fiction. My name is Zarina Matcha, and you're watching The Rational Female. If you enjoy my content, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. There is something very alluring about bad men. Women are strongly drawn to them, and we see this play out repeatedly in pop culture. In Bridget Jones's diary, Bridget Jones is drawn to Daniel Cleaver, who doesn't treat her very well. Eventually, she ends up with Mark Darcy, who is far more grounded and respectful. Yet in the second film, when Bridget is arrested in Thailand, she tells the women in jail that Mark mistreated her, even though he actually treated her quite well. It was Cleaver who didn't treat her right. In Sex and the City, Carrie Bradshaw is obsessed with Mr. Big. When she dates Aiden, she cheats on him with Big, despite Aiden treating her much better. Aiden is patient, kind, and genuine, while Big is emotionally unavailable and afraid of commitment. Personally, I've experienced this dynamic as well. The man I lost my virginity to was narcissistic and cruel and sexually abusive towards me. My novel Around Midnight explores the dynamic of a young woman who falls for a narcissistic man. A few years after that, I fell deeply for another man in my early 20s who was also emotionally unavailable. He made me feel very nervous and uncertain, and our brief relationship left me very traumatized. More recently, so in my mid-20s, during a psychotic breakdown, I became infatuated with Andrew Tate. I no longer feel this way about Tate at all, by the way. I have often wondered why I have felt drawn to men who are emotionally distant and reluctant to commit. Some women are naive and inexperienced, or already used to unhealthy behavior from people around them. I don't think that most men are bad, and I have been with some good guys too. But there are men out there who simply aren't very emotionally present. Sadly, like many other women, when a man is genuinely good to me, I don't always know how to receive it. I struggle with limerence, and I can become infatuated very quickly with men I barely know, or men who aren't particularly good people. I project fantasies onto them, and I imagine a future together before the relationship has even begun. It's a pattern I recognize in myself, and I wonder how common it is among other women, or even among men. There may also be an evolutionary component as to why women are drawn to Machiavellian men. In shows like The Sopranos and Mad Men, the most charismatic and powerful men tend to attract the most women. These men must be able to charm women in order to have multiple partners. Historically, powerful men often had access to many women. Genghis Khan, for example, was a war leader believed to have fathered children with a vast number of women. Across history, men associated with combat, power, and status have often been considered attractive. Women ultimately choose which men succeed in the sexual marketplace. If women consistently choose men who behave badly, it can encourage some decent men to imitate that behavior, embodying what feminists call toxic masculinity. Women are naturally drawn to men who appear capable of protecting them. Bad men often project physical confidence, dominance, and intimidation. Those traits can create a sense of security. Some women even like a degree of possessiveness because it signals to them that the man values them and is willing to commit to them. Women are wired to want security and to feel chosen by a man. This is also why women are often attracted to men who appear to have options. I think for most women, the ideal man is actually a mixture of both archetypes. A good man with a few bad boy traits like confidence, assertiveness, dominance, and excitement. Nice men are often labeled boring, while bad men are perceived as exciting, and I think that the romance genre does emphasize this, perhaps sometimes in unhealthy ways. I myself write romance books under the pen name Diana Vale, and my books are about university students who are navigating life and finding their own way, as well as finding love in the process. Some women feel drawn to the idea that they can fix these men, or that these men make them feel something that other men do not. Women generally dislike neediness and clinginess. Independence and self-assurance in men are far more attractive traits. Men who appear emotionally distant often signal that they have options or a fulfilling life outside of the relationship, which can make them seem more desirable. Many women will sleep quickly with men who treat them poorly, while taking longer with men who treat them well. This often reflects a split between bad boys for excitement and good men for commitment. Ideally, there should be a more middle ground. Despite decades of feminist messaging encouraging women to prioritize independence and career over relationships, most women still desire a long-term partnership with a man. The man who ultimately succeeds with women is usually someone who combines strength with decency, being good, honest, and assertive, and also having confidence, independence, and a life of his own. These types of men trigger something deep in women, which is a desire for love and commitment.